tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points and God.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
What's up? 19! Squares! 24!
On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to take it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Room here to run. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big effort that time out of Ingram, and even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Ingram. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Jackson now off the bootleg. That one complete to Hill. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Jackson now. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited
rare.
is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42.
It's a gain of 10.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down, Houston.
19.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. It's complete. Stills. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. To throw is Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On third down, Johnson. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
Here we go. Here we go. Go to base. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist.
On third down, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And a short gain down to about the 33. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Powers through him. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Set. Let's go.
Watson on first down. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Set.
On first down, it's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And able to find Conley. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson throwing the out route and complete. That's Andrews. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
At the 44-yard line.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On second down now, it's Miller. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Jackson. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 12, Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Quick throw taken in by Snead. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
I'm coming after you.
Play action. Now Jackson trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
He's going to try and go deep again. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's complete to Snead. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 13. 9.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
He finds Hopkins complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Look at the big man rumble.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Let's go! Come on, 18 Gator. Touchdown, defense. Echo. 55, Mike, 55. Eat.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Watson now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Texans first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Patrick Owasor just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Second down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Out of the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. Escapes the sack. Fights loose. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Patrick Owasor gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Ingram again. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. And Watson's going to throw it here. With a catch made by Hopkins. 16 yards, a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.